Hi guys, welcome to the second battle report of today. This is now the 1000 points in our escalation battles that we're playing. The first being 750, which will be up before this one. Then this one at 1000 points, and then we'll have a 1500 point game as well. So we're playing Narrow the Search in this one. Basically one objective in the middle. It starts with an 18-inch ring.
Then drops by 3 inches each time.
And then drops. You've probably seen this game in the battle report with Sean versus Ryan.
And you versus... I think we did the same objective, possibly. Oh no, it was different. Yeah,
It was a
just
different
the
one. So, armies. I stuck with the 3 blobs of boys. Kept with the war boss on bike. And the big mech with shock attack gun. The additions are 4 bikers, 3 bikes, 1 knob with power claw. Instead of 5 storm boys, we've now got 10 storm boys. Because I felt like last time they didn't have a good enough shake.
Reinforcement, aren't they?
So 10 guys might just get the job done where 5 couldn't. And then we brought some shooty. Looters, 9 of, which should help if they can survive, because obviously they're
main threat.
going to be quite a priority target because they can deal out some damage. On Ryan's side,
We have the lovely spearhead again. We've got 3 squads of eliminators in the tower, followed by a squad of, 2 Thunderfire cannons, which are in the garage at the back right, guarded by an elite, which is a dreadnought, the ironclad dreadnought.
Yeah.
And then in my troop section I have my infiltrators there, and then as my HQ/warlord I've got the librarian also put up with the eliminators.
And then you've got the
suppressor fast attack.
Suppressors at the back. And that's 1000 points for the Ultramarines.
Slightly outnumbered.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Obviously, this is a completely different mission, which probably plays more to the Orks' strength.
I can't just eliminate your characters with snipers.
No, no, exactly. So, as it stands, Ryan is going to go first, unless I can seize the initiative, which I'd really kind of like to do. He seized it on me in the first game, so it's only really fair.
Nope.
No, that's the complete and utter opposite of what I wanted. So we are going to go into Ultramarines turn 1. Give you a shot at the battlefield. Obviously, the terrain we've moved around for this game.
So the Pepsi can is not terrain.
No, that's refreshment, not terrain. So yeah, we'll get into it and see how many Orks are left after Ryan has had a good round of shooting. Be right back.
Hopefully less.
Hopefully.
Maybe a couple 60 would be ideal.
Okay, at the end of Ultramarines turn 1, the inevitable happened.
Dead looters.
Looters gone. I think they were probably the thing he was most worried about for range firepower.
And then the next is the big mechs.
Yeah, which you actually left alone, which is going to give me a round of shooting, which I'm really looking forward to. A lot of whittling down here of guys, but they can use the leadership of another unit in 6 inches, so they're okay for the minute. Not a lot, nothing moved on your side, did it? You just went straight into shooting.
Heavy weapons, snipers don't want to move because you need to get to them. Heavy weapons don't want to move like the suppressors because -1 to hit. And then Thunderfires don't need to do anything. Dreadnoughts guarding them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, on to Orks turn 1. Shit's about to happen. Well, that wasn't the stupendous round for the Orks. We got a dead eliminator and a wounded eliminator.
From the big mech.
He fired. Didn't do bad the first time.
You fired him again for 3 command points.
2 command points, that one.
Command points.
Yeah.
Did nothing.
And yeah, the second time around he absolutely whiffed. These guys all moved up and then charged.
3 dead.
3 dead. and one on
1 wound.
1 wound.
And then I retaliated.
And killed
Fisticuffs. Punch 3 to the
3
death.
orcs.
Right in the face.
Yeah, not the worst round. Objectives wise though, that'll
get a
give
point.
me a point for having
Objective secured, more guys in the centre.
yeah. So within 18 inches, obviously 1 squad, 2 squad, 3 squad.
So
So
we've both got objective secured, but you've got more dudes.
yeah. So it's currently 1-1. Because you obviously got first strike.
Yep.
I did not get first strike because I did not wipe out an entire squad. And yeah, so not too bad for the Orks, to be fair.
Just slay the
I'm
wall.
okay with that. Those guys bombed up the board. And yeah, not really a lot to say about it, to be fair, is there?
No, the only other extra points to grab are slay the warlord.
Yeah.
Both of us, and linebreaker,
Yeah.
which
exactly.
you could grab with the bikes if they survive against the dreadnought.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at them and I think they're heading.
Yeah, they want to go see what's in that garage.
Because it's the only thing they can attack.
There could be scrap in there. Okay, so Ryan will take over with his turn 2. So the end of Ultramarines turn 2. That squad of boys there's gone, whittled down with fire after the what are they called again? That squad?
The
No, the ones on the bottom that were in combat.
Oh, the infiltrators.
Infiltrators. Yeah, they fell back, which then allowed everything else to open up on them. The big mech survived, no wounds at all.
The shooting for the eliminators was terrible.
Yeah,
They just didn't
it
hit
was.
at all.
It's a shame because I lost that squad on the last dice roll. One more save, and I would have managed to bring him back with my obviously that once a battle trick.
You've now got the dilemma. If you spend command points now, you won't be able to.
Yeah, exactly. So I couldn't spend a command point to try and re-roll it. So I was stuck with what I got. Not terrible though. We've got a few options, and obviously these squads surviving means that I will still continue racking up points for the middle. So I'm okay with that. Absolutely. Obviously, it had shrunk down by 3 inches this turn, which still makes no difference because these guys had advanced, not advanced, sorry,
it's
moved
from
up
18 to now 15.
15,
So
but they're
yeah.
all still in, which is fine. Okay, so we'll get on with Orks turn 2. At the end of Orks turn 2, over at the back, the Storm Boys came in. The bikers moved up, trying to do a bit of a pincer on that back corner. The big mech
Another one.
managed to pop one more guy. Whoop whoop! At this rate, we'll be done by Christmas. They moved up and they charged round. Managed to wipe out quite a few of the guys, leaving. Is it 2 left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sergeant and troop.
Which I'm sure will be.
A sergeant and the medic, so I could possibly bring some more back if I really need to.
Yeah. So yeah, not too bad. And of course, there's another victory point because there's more of my troops securing the objective.
Yep.
And I've also planned ahead because obviously they're closer to the objective now, so they're ready already for next turn when it shrinks again, which is a positive. At the minute, there's still quite a bit of firepower on the board for the Ultramarines. I'm not too worried about, for instance, the jumpy guys at the back. I am worried that there's still 2 Thunderfires that are going to get another round of shooting before I manage to get round and charge into them, which I really need to do next turn because they're at the minute they're the things that are causing me the most headache. Once the Thunderfires are gone, it'll slow to a dribble what he manages to take out a turn compared to the Thunderfires that are on the board. So we'll move into Ultramarines turn 3 and see what Ryan can do to maximise damage before he has to deal with some defensives over there. So the end of Ultramarines turn 3, not too shab. Squad of boys has gone.
The other one injured.
The other one injured.
Big mech down to 2. Dreadnought tried to charge, and suppressors took 2 bikes.
Yeah.
And the occasional mortal wound from the librarian in the psychic phase.
Yes, it wasn't too bad at all. They're troops' choice, aren't they, down there?
Yep.
So at the minute, nobody's scoring the objective because it's 1-1.
It goes on models after.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Model
certain.
count.
Both objectives secured, so you're winning because I think you'll have more. Unless they die, in which case they're out of it.
Yeah.
So it's currently 1-3.
Absolutely. So really, the only troops that he's actually got that are troops
Are those sat there?
are those sat there. So once they're gone, my problems become
Less.
much less. So let's see what Orks can do in turn 3.
So if your troops die, that's the only troops you've got left.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be the case of.
So it needs to be a nice pull ahead of points before that point happens.
Yeah. It's the fun.
So at the end of Orks, turn 3, very nice. His last troops are wiped out, so that scores me Uno point again for that objective. These guys didn't like the look of the dreadnoughts, thought they'd come up here and came into combat, wiped them out. Technically they should be, but we've just not moved them after the consolidation. The biker's got in the back and stripped some wounds off the tech marine, but he's still alive, which is really, really upsetting. And the big mech managed to finally finish off that squad there, which was quite nice. So we're going to go into Ultramarines turn 4. The points are starting to rack up for me. He needs to deal with those troops, pull in a warlord, kill, and perhaps try and get a line breaker to fettle it. Yeah. Okay, up to Ryan. So at the end of the Ultramarines turn,
Dead bikes.
bikes are dead.
Dead boys.
Dreadnought saw to that. The boys are dead.
So no longer objective secured, it's just pure models in the area now, which obviously against the warlord, unless they moved up, would be mine.
So the way we're sort of thinking this out is that he will kill the Storm Boys with another turn of shooting. He's got 2 Thunderfire cannons at the back.
You can only charge one of the squads of snipers.
That should do it. But that's going to take me 2 turns to get there. So I won't get there in this turn, it'll be the next turn.
Big mech, based on previous times.
He's not going to chew through enough of those guys. Movement wise, it'd take him 2 turns again to get over there while being shot. So at the minute I'm leading on points, but I think if this game goes on longer,
which it would, we're on turn 5 essentially, which is when kill.
Well, this is the bottom of turn 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's still another turn afterwards.
And then possibly.
I think Ryan would win, based on what's left on the board.
Because they don't have much of a save.
To be honest, we're out of time for today as it is. Because we've got to go and pick my missus up from work. But we're thinking it through, and actually it won't take him very much to kill those guys.
Because they're going to have to move down either to get the objective, or to get line breaker.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they go for line breaker in my deployment zone, well, they're technically in my deployment zone. Can't they?
I think having those up in the buildings just made them really difficult to deal with. Especially since Ryan got first turn and managed to take out the looters, which were probably the only feasible choice to take them out. So yeah, good game, and we'll see you in the next video for 1500 points.
And buy Vanguard if you've got Space Marines, because they're just better. They're great for objectives, great to get in, just winners.
Absolutely.
Chicken dinners.
Thanks a lot, guys. Happy gaming.